Alright, crevasses and diversions along the Mississippi River are loved by some anglers and hated by others. And there's a really big one right now called Mardi Gras Pass, dumping tons of water into eastern Plaquemines Parish. And to see what we can catch near it, my good fishing buddy Chris Macaluso and I are heading down there tomorrow to Pointe Hache, just a stone's throw from Mardi Gras Pass. But of course, we always like to add a challenge to the mix, and here's the one for tomorrow. We're each making separate trips to our local academy, each with a $20 budget, and on tomorrow's trip, we can only use lures that we buy today. Now, we are allowing ourselves to use hooks, weights, jig heads, and corks from our tackle box, so we don't have to get those today. But still, we're gonna have to make some really wise choices on these lures. It's gonna add a really exciting element to what should be a very fun trip, and for me, it begins now at my local academy. Alright, all of us have fishing biases, and I certainly have mine, and the choices I made and the lures I bought certainly indicate that. I'm a soft plastic fisherman, that's what I love, but I'm very happy with the choices I made. Let me show you what I got. Alright, I got the 3-inch Mojo shrimp. Really like this bait, particularly fished under a cork. It's extremely durable, lasts all day, and the fish absolutely love it. Redfish, speckled trout, and even bass. Then I got my favorite color, H&H Cockahose, electric chicken. I like this color in both clean and dirty water. I suspect we're gonna find both of those tomorrow, so hopefully that's a good choice. I really think it is. Same thing with this, the matrix shad and limbo slice color. I like this color in both clean and dirty water. One of these two baits, if not both of them, should produce some fish. Then I got the watermelon candy red ultra vibe speed worm. This is a good all-around bait. Bass and redfish both love it, and I really like that tail action. And then finally I got sexy shad super flukes. I love fishing soft plastic jerk baits, and this is certainly my favorite color, particularly this time of year. And then here's my receipt showing how much I spent, including tax, $20.63, 9.45% sales tax. C-Mac and I agreed sales tax would not count in the $20, so I definitely came in under budget. Can't wait to see tomorrow morning what C-Mac purchased. Hopefully he spent his money as wisely as I did. Alright, after a very long and very rainy truck ride getting down here, we're on site at Beshel's in Pointe Hache. Not much wind at all. We got heavy leaden overcast skies, and we're brimming with optimism about finding some bass and redfish, hopefully very close to this marina. We'll see. Alright, we just put the boat in the water, and you can definitely see the current racing right here. That's from Mardi Gras Pass, which is just a mile or so that way, not very far at all. Alright, C-Mac and I made a quick run, maybe about 5 minutes from the launch. We've come into a little bayou that's got some, it's okay water. I'm gonna say it's about a 4 out of 10. It does have some level of visibility. It's not complete filth, but we're gonna give it a try. Probably won't spend too long in here if we don't find any fish. But let's go over what C-Mac got on his academy run yesterday.
Alright, well, first off, tied on is, I guess this is a Wahoo brand spinnerbait. All right, this was $2, the 1/4 ounce white, and I put a purple and chartreuse H&H on it, which is this, plum with the chartreuse tail. These were $3. I had to get these, my favorite bait in the whole world, right? These were $4.
Splurge.
Yep, so I bought a couple more bags, right? I got some, what are called Christie Critters. I figured the water would be a little stained in here, so this is a black and blue. These were $3. Picked up a single-bladed spinnerbait, but single-blade chartreuse. Chartreuse, H&H Cockahoo, another one, $3. The coup de grace, the creme de la creme, on the clearance rack. I know it says 48 cents. When they rang them up, 18 cents. So I am planning on whooping your tail all day with baits that cost about 4 cents a piece.
Sweet, I hope you do. Let's give it a whirl. The competition begins now. It's kind of clean in here, so I'm gonna throw a jig head. I'm gonna go with this electric chicken. I'm an electric chicken fan. They got this cut coming in up here. Let's fish to that and then we'll mosey. I don't wanna waste this falling tide. Falling tide and low wind. And gnats. Good thing we got all these clothes on. It's deep in the middle, but there's, man, the bank is so flat. Just doesn't feel right. Something just doesn't feel right. We gotta find that spot where it's like angels singing. Ooh, I thought that was a fish. There he is. Redfish, I think. See, Mac. Or blue cat. Fighting weird. Fighting really weird.
Looks like a net fish. You want to get the net or do you want to keep fishing?
No, keep fishing. Go ahead. He's going to be a minute.
That's a big old fish.
I don't know what he is, man. I'd like to see him. I don't know if I'm going to keep him. Feels like a big drum or a big cat. Or a big gar. But I can't.
Before you set the hook on that fish, I saw a big ripple come out of there. I knew it wasn't a mullet.
Dude, I can hardly even budge this thing. I don't know what he is. Like it's not a red. I don't know what this is. I really don't. I'm stumped. Submarine.
Pulling the boat.
Yeah, he's pulling the boat. Come on, show yourself. You're close. I see the leader. I can't pick him up. Please don't be an alligator. That's what you feel like. Yeah, I bet it's a gator.
You know what sucks about you hooking an alligator, Todd, is that if you lose that bait...
I know. That's one less bait. Yep. And I'm not going to wrestle him for it.
On a hot trout bite and they start tearing that tail off.
Yep.
Run out.
Good thing I got death grip jig heads.
Now, Todd, I know in the past you've had guests grab alligators in your boat.
You're not going to do it?
I ain't that dude, believe me.
Come on, so close. I can almost see it. This is a brand new rod. If it breaks, I'm going to be really ticked. You said I was just sitting there?
Yeah.
That's not a fish.
Yeah.
Fish don't do that. I don't care anymore. I don't want to see you because you're about 12 feet long.
Leave that much line out.
Watch me.
Don't let him go, though. He take your whole rig.
There we go. See you, dude. All right, we're on to stop number 2. And this one has slightly better water. I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10, maybe a little better than that, 6 out of 10. And it's got a lot more grass. I lost my leader on that alligator, so now I'm putting on this watermelon candy ultra vibe speed worm. I got a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight and a 4/0 extra wide gap hook. And I feel very, very optimistic. Dude, this current is rolling. It's hard to even fight it. Man, we were bucking it. If I known it was me this strong, I'd have run to the other side. This water's very fishable. Dude, my right arm is shot.
Tired?
Yeah.
Fighting that gator?
Yep. It's noodly. All right, C-Mac and I made another move. This is spot number 3. And we finally found what we're looking for. Look at this water. Absolutely gorgeous. Just pristine. We'll see if it's got any fish in it. What you throwing, the value lizard?
Not yet.
Not yet. Saving that, huh?
Throwing the speed worm weightless.
Oh, okay. Man, how could this water not be gorgeous with all this grass? Beautiful. Oh, there we go. There's a fish. There's a fish. Nice bass. Nice bass. There we go. That's a start. It's a start, C-Mac. I didn't even feel him. I just saw my line moving. All right. That water's so pretty. I saw that fish almost immediately after I set the hook.
Really?
Yeah. Fish on, fish on. What you got, C-Mac? Redfish? Yeah. Oh, nice bass. Big bass. Hold on. All right, I'm netting him, C-Mac. I don't know how big he is, but he looked pretty nice. I got my new rubber-coated Ego net. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh, look at that, a swing and a miss. That was unintentional. Got him anyway. He's not that big, but
pretty healthy fish.
He's worth
though.
netting.
2.5.
Sweet. And would he bite the worm? Yep.
Hit the worm.
Right. Good fish. This is phenomenal right in here. There should be some fish in here. This is what you dream about. Just gotta find where they're grouped up. They're gonna be somewhere in here. There he is. There he is.
There you go.
Throw in there, C-Mac. Dead ahead.
Pretty bad. All right. Breaking out the secret weapon.
You gonna blow 4 cents?
Yep.
Dude, they're gonna hit that. They're gonna hit that. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
And I generally can't stand lizards. I don't know why. I don't know that I can count even on one hand the number of fish I've caught in my life on a lizard.
That's gonna change today. This is a target-rich environment here. We're gonna find these fish stacked somewhere. There he is. Oh, dude, look at that. All right, good fish.
All right.
On the 4 cent lizard.
Okay, so let me see how many baits.
Yeah, how many in there? We gotta do the math. We gotta do some math here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So less than 4 cents a piece.
Yep, less than 4
so
cents.
6.
Oh, it was 6. So it's 5 in the package. 6.
Yep.
6. That's 3 cents a piece, right? 6 goes into 18 3 times.
Yeah. So yep, 3 cents a piece.
Well, you got your money's worth on that one.
I did, and I'm gonna catch another one on it.
Good value. Let's see if your b-ball skills are what they used to be. No reds, I know.
What was he breaking?
There he is. Redfish. We were just saying. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's a keeper, but I think he is.
Oh, he's a keeper. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, see, Mac, we're definitely going home with a mixed bag.
You know, Todd, what's remarkable about fishing in these areas? I mean, these redfish, they love bass baits.
They do indeed.
They're just a bass. I mean, if they're a bass,
a big red overgrown bass.
Face, I mean, with their mouth turned down, you know.
Nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's why you drive down to Pointe Hache in Plaquemines Parish. Redfish and bass, and I would not be surprised if we catch some speckled trout before the day is out. He destroyed my worm, but it was worth it. Although I might want to save that one. Desperate times. That's I think this is number 3 for me. He was right on that point where a redfish should be. This is why I love fishing new stuff. Finding stuff like this. What you got, C-Mac? Nice bass.
Yes.
What'd he hit?
Speed worm.
You got it weightless?
Weightless.
Oh, nice. Okay. Putting together a box of fish. Now, for those of you watching from out of town, this Mardi Gras Pass just infuses this area with all kinds of life. And a couple of the main beneficiaries are largemouth bass and redfish. Now, it doesn't mean you can fish the filthy, dirty water coming right out of the Mississippi River and catch fish. But if you get just a little bit off of it, you find tons of grass and lots of clean water like this. And it's just full of fish. And these marsh bass, they don't get to be giants. C-Mac caught a 2.5 pounder. We've caught them in here up to about 6 pounds. But that's really kind of an anomaly. Mostly they're about 1 pound. And so we keep them and we eat them without any concerns about hurting the ecosystem because they got a bazillion of them. They're very good to eat and they replace themselves extremely quickly. What is that, red? Bass. Oh, nice bass. Good bass, C-Mac.
Well, they just not.
Is that gorgeous? Look how beautiful it is.
Not hitting the bait hard.
How does that not get you excited?
Woo.
Look at the belly on that fish.
Now she's spawning, obviously.
She's definitely spawning.
But she's probably eating too. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So just like the wind kind of washing the water through the gap.
Ooh, there's one. God. C-Mac, throw in there. You got something going over. Now I lost my tail. See if it matters.
There he is. I got mine. 3-cent bait, baby.
3-cent bait.
3-cent bait, baby.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, the bass and redfish action is absolutely fantastic, and we are not far at all from Mardi Gras Pass. We pushed way back, found some gorgeous water, almost even too pretty, and definitely those fish were in that prettier water. Now, we've been a little bit limited by the baits that we bought, but it hasn't seemed to matter at all. But you know me, I love to go hit new stuff, so we're gonna leave this area and all this pretty water and go cruise around and see what else we can find. And I think we may even try for a few speckled trout. We'll see. Wish us luck in that regard. All right, not surprisingly, the wind has picked up. Hard to get a calm day in March that stays calm all day. C-Mac and I have come into a bay, hoping to run across some speckled trout. We're just gonna cover some water. I've got that Mojo shrimp beneath a Versamax Bolt popping cork. C-Mac, what are you throwing?
I'm gonna go with a short truth H&H Cockahoe under a cork.
Well, good choice.
Well, probably we're gonna catch a speckled trout in here. Gonna hit short truth.
Water's pretty. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, be a trout. Be a trout. Nice. Not a bad trout either. No, it's a red. It's a redfish. Yep, redfish. He's not even a keeper red.
That's something, man. A redfish is out in the middle.
Redfish on the Mojo shrimp. Yeah, there's a lot of grass around here though. Yeah. Whoo, dog.
On the nose, huh?
She is on the nose. I'm putting her in the box.
Oh, she come up shaking her head like a trout.
I know, sure did. Oh, fish on, fish on. That's a trout. That's a good trout. That's a good trout, C-Mac. Dude, get that net.
I am. Hold on. I gotta get my bait in here.
Uh-oh.
Cool, bud.
Oh.
Go to him.
All right, here you go. Here you go.
Ooh,
all right.
Good trout, dude. Good. Look at that fish.
That is the biggest trout I've caught in a minute. Finally, there's a fish. What were you talking about? Yep. There we go. A fish that'll be legal in a month, but is not legal today. See you around, buddy. I'm dead on the bottom. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Speckled trout. There we go, C-Mac.
Really?
Yep. Sweet. All right, good keeper trout. About 14 inches, I guess. Solid, thick fish. Look how thick he is. What you got there, C-Mac? Ooh. Nice red, good keeper red. I think you might need a net. What you think? You gonna hoist him? There you go. There you go. Good fish. Well, you got bit. He missed it. Got bit again. He missed it. And then you made that one pay. Dude, look at you, huh? Same exact spot. Borderline. What you think? I don't know. Nah, I don't think he does. Ooh. There's a few fish there, C-Mac. Little on the small side. Got him, C-Mac? Oh, he came off.
Oh, I stuck him so hard. He was big.
The bass?
Redfish.
Redfish?
I'm sure. We went to Stab Prime, and I was impressed.
Uh-huh. Ooh, there he is. Look at that. He came up and jumped, C-Mac. You saw that? Oh, leaping redfish. Come on, leaping redfish. You can leap right into the boat.
Nice.
Leap into the ice chest. Man, what a day. What a day. And that fish bit the limbo slice matrix shad on a 3/8 ounce death grip jig head. Love that marsh combination.
Well, I think the lesson of today is number one, you could spend 18 cents on a pack of baits and still catch a bunch of fish here in Louisiana. But the big lesson is, you know, fishing while adapting to the Mississippi River. Mardi Gras Pass, which is about a mile up the canal here or down towards Buras from where we are, pumps fresh water in here when the Mississippi River is high. And that's just a reality of what's happening in this area over the last almost a decade now. You know, it's changed the area, certainly. This used to be a pretty saline area. It used to be a lot of salt water in here, no matter what time of year it was, despite the fact that the Mississippi River is a stone's throw this direction. Because of that levee, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of Mississippi River water getting into this area. But once it did start filtering in here, once the river broke through, it's been pumping sediment and water into this area for like the last 8 or 9 years. You've seen a lot of sediment accretion. You've seen changes in vegetation. But I think the real lesson here is, you know, as we saw today, you don't have to go very far away from these areas of the Mississippi River to get into clean water. You get a lot more submerged aquatic vegetation in these areas because of the interaction with the Mississippi River, and that does clean the water up pretty fast. It helps the sediment drop out. I think you see a much greater diversity in the fishery here. We saw a lot of crab traps here today. It's not really a great place for oysters anymore. It's not a great place for shrimping anymore year-round, although as we move later in the summer and the river drops out, the white shrimp population gets pretty high out here. But it's a good place to come and catch a lot of different kinds of fish. We caught redfish today, we caught bass. There's flounder in these waters. We've caught flounder in here before, drum, speckled trout. And it just depends on how far away from here you want to go. We didn't go very far today, and we found gin clear water that had a lot of bass and redfish in it. South Louisiana, especially southeast Louisiana, is the bottom end of the Mississippi River. It's the biggest river in North America. It's the delta of the Mississippi River. And the reason why we have the wetlands here is from the sediment that came out of that river. The anomaly in this system is not Mardi Gras Pass. The anomaly is not having a lot of Mardi Gras passes. There would have been a time before levees and before flood walls and things that have, in floodgates that have cut off that flooding and that sediment supply coming out of the Mississippi River, where we'd have had dozens of things like Mardi Gras Pass all down throughout this part of the river, and they would have been creating land generally every year like we're seeing here. You'd have freshwater vegetation real close to the river. It would transition into more saltwater tolerant vegetation as you got closer to Breton Sound and Black Bay in that area. You know, this time of year, we're here in early March, you saw thousands of blue-winged teal all in this fresh and brackish water marsh here that are stopping on their way back from South America and Central America to go back up to the prairie potholes to reproduce. And come September, October, they'll be back down here to eat the vegetation that was built by this river. So this system is not just it's not just here for
oysters. It's not just here for speckled trout. It's not just here for redfish, for bass. There's so many things that depend on this system. So much of the food supply that feeds all of the Gulf of Mexico, all of the sport fish in the Gulf of Mexico comes out of this area where the fresh and the saltwater mix. And so it's important to get that back. It's also important to get the sediment into this system. The only thing that's going to make your marshland, your wetland more solid, more sustainable, more able to stand a blow from a hurricane that comes in is getting this mineral clay and sand basically back out of the suspended water of the Mississippi River and into the vegetation so that it can create a more solid platform for this marsh to build on. The reason why so much of the marsh in Louisiana is so fragile is because it doesn't have that annual sediment supply, and really the substrate, the basis of the marsh is organic material, and that's very easily moved around. It's very easily displaced by strong currents and tides and storm surges and things like that.
All right, this is the first time I've fished Pointe Hache in 15, maybe even 20 years. It's been a while, but I gotta tell you, it's not gonna be the last time. Really successful trip today, fishing very close to the outfall of Mardi Gras Pass. And if you're coming from out of town and you wanna do this, the lodging on the east side of the river is a little bit more sparse. I know there is a place up the road called Stella Plantation. Beautiful place with overnight lodging. There's also a whole lot on the west bank off of Highway 23. You take the ferry over here to Pointe Hache. Very, very easy to do. This place is just alive with fish and birds and growth and vegetation. It's just beautiful over here. You just got to get out of this dirty water that's coming through this back levee canal through Mardi Gras Pass, but the clean water is very, very close to here. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you be notified whenever we post a new video. If you haven't done so yet, click the join button and become a member of Marshman Masson. Until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.